I noticed a terrifying thing while getting an injection. I had mistaken morphine for an antibiotic. The dose was supposed to be 3 milligrams, but I had injected 100 milligrams. This medicine was so pure, only 5 milligrams could be fatal. The old man tried to calm me down. He said if I got the antidote within 10 minutes, it can be excreted from the body through metabolism. But my heart was racing. The antidote that should have been in the medical kit had vanished. He noticed my fear. Rich families like his usually lived far from the city. Even if I called for help, it would be too late. It seems tonight is destined to be a dead end. He knew someone wanted to use this chance, attempting to shift all the blame onto me. I still had a little hope. I grabbed the phone, but the old man hung up immediately. He told me to listen carefully. Only then could I clear my name. He asked me to try to make noise when I go down the stairs. Don't forget to say hi to the little son at the door. It's exactly 12 o'clock. I drove out of the estate. Once I was out of the cameras, he told me to pull the car over by the roadside, then return through the back gate. The dogs knew me. They would stay quiet, but to stay unseen, I had to climb the outer fence, and then up to the 3rd floor. He told me to wear his robe and his hat. The youngest son thought I was his father. Now I had a witness, but I carried a fatal flaw. Whenever I lied, I would throw up. He reminded me not to lie, just tell only part of the truth. Then I went back the same way, but as soon as I came down, I ran into the family's grandmother. Luckily her eyesight was poor, and she mistook me for her great-grandson. She even asked why I had come back again. In the cover of night, I finally returned home. The next morning, the butler opened the door. The old man's throat had already been cut. A knife was left on the floor. The old man was a famous mystery writer, so his death quickly made the news. The police initially ruled it as a suicide, but I lived in constant fear. Until that day, I got a call from the police. They wanted me to return to the estate. When the officers asked for details, the youngest son spoke first. He said his father was supposed to be a suicide case. It felt like now everyone had become a suspect. The private detective Jack stepped forward. He said he was hired by a mysterious person. Even he didn't know who it was. He only knew he was paid a fortune. This family looked united on the outside, but each person had their own secrets. Under pressure, they started turning on each other. The son-in-law said the youngest son argued with his father that night. The man denied it immediately. He said they only talked about publishing a book. No fight ever happened. He said the son-in-law's boy was the real problem. He never worked, and he caused a scene at the father's birthday. Jack then shifted the focus. Someone heard the son-in-law yelling loudly in the father's room. The son-in-law said it was just a heated discussion. Soon it was the daughter-in-law's turn. Jack heard she had arrived very early that afternoon. She admitted it. She came to ask for her daughter's tuition. Jack studied every face carefully. No one in this family was clean. He changed strategy. He started from me. Because of the old man's health, I stayed by his side without leaving. And Jack knew my fatal flaw. I could never lie without throwing up. This meant he could hear the truth straight from me. But when Jack asked who the biggest suspect was, I started vomiting uncontrollably.